We have too much round here. An excess in these parts. More than our fair share and enough to spare. Mortality. It seeps from our taps, a slow dancing poison. Climbs perilous out the window of the high flats. Dives for fagged outs outside the shopping centre. A surplus of this mortality. This city breathes it in. A profusion of cessation. Particles plunged into the air from ancient factory pipes laden with asbestos. An industrial nightmare oblivious to the winds of change. Down the road, they have just enough. But here we are inundated. This Glasgow effect that turns beloved sons to drug addict statistics, that strips a diet down to tins and boxes, a glut of mortality. Your mum would always claim she didn't have a favourite. It was definitely you. We could tell as she put you in the ground. Our dear green place is fertilised with the bodies of the forgotten. Your membership to that Tuesday morning methadone crew, your nerves jangling, until one day they didn't. And no one can tell us why we keep dying, why there's a funeral parlour in every scheme, why our wake outfits hang heavy with expectation on the back of bedroom doors. So we learn to wallow in the waiting, biding time till our turn, scanning the Evening Times obituaries, memorialising colleagues and classmates, faces revealing themselves from foggy memory like a brass rubbing. Right enough, big man wasn't looking too good last I saw him. They don't seem to have an answer as to why it resides here. Our Asbo neighbour, aggressively lurking at the closed door. Funny how this excess sits neatly in a postcode like a stray. And for the life of you, for the life of us, no one can say why. What should I say to the teenage mothers pushing firstborns in second-hand prams? Babies fed on mould and spores, expectancy stunted, a lifetime interrupted by this exorbitant mortality. And I wait every day for this invisible force to add me to the graph, an outlier, marking the trend beside family and friends, our little crosses, recorded on a whiteboard. A sociologist's nightmare. I dispute the details of my mother's death certificate that did not record poverty, a lifetime of it, as cause. But round here, they call it excess mortality. They call it inevitable. They call it life. If they had the courage, they would call it what it is. They would call it genocide.